What's going on, Gabagooners? It's big old T Horno and episode 3.
Can you believe it? 3!
Yeah. I can't believe it either. I'll believe it once it's uploaded, in fact. But we're here, week 5, against the Seahawks. Whew. I'm nervous. Anyway, at the end of last episode, we found out John Michael Schmitz will be out for 4 weeks, so we went ahead and adjusted the lineup. Andrew Thomas will be back this week. Dylan Parham will be back at center. Jermaine Illuminor at right guard. Chuck Sikorafor will finally get to play right tackle after playing at left tackle, filling in for Andrew Thomas last week. I think I might have to make the tough choice here. Jahan Dotson's going down. It's Wan'Dale Robinson time. Wan'Dale is wide receiver 2. I just haven't seen enough from Jahan Dotson. He's going to get moved down. Maybe that'll help his production. I don't see how it will. Wan'Dale Robinson has just been great. Malik Neighbors has been great. Theo Johnson has been phenomenal. We need to see a little bit more, though. Otherwise, big revelation was Micah McFadden getting star dev. That was pretty impactful. Maybe Wan'Dale's production could be because he's in the slot, but I'm not going to change that. I think that's an important thing that we have him there. And Daniel Jones, we found out that when he's gone, this team collapses. I didn't even know it was possible for us to get worse, but he got injured last episode, and we're going to do some contract negotiations. These players, you might argue that none of them are worth another contract. So I lied. We are not doing contract negotiations. Those dudes suck. And I also lied. Daddy Guangdong doesn't take no for an answer. Okay. His legal counsel told him to stay away from press conferences. Well, here we are. And he's a little critter, so we're 5 weeks in. I think he snuck into the press conference room. I feel like you have a solid idea of how good your team is this season. Yeah, I've got an idea. Sure. If you had to look into the future, how many wins do you think this team can finish with? None of these. I'm not going to answer. I'm just going to let time run. Okay, well, I guess we can get 8 to 9 wins. Probably realistic based on the record. We are 2-2. Spoilers if you didn't watch episode 2. Check back in after the season is over. We predicted 7 wins. We're not getting that XP, by the way. We're kind of cooked. We're going to look over. It's another week's past. We should have some more intelligence on our players. Okay, so no, we did not get any information, which is unfortunate, but kind of expected. Let's check out some free agents. So, we're looking at all this. Might as well look at the trade block as well. So we had a little thing just happen as I had recording paused. Sorry. Malik Neighbors had his development trait increase. We're back now. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, I meant to cut. I meant to do a lot. Yeah. So, I guess we're gonna go rack them up. I guess Malik Neighbors is an X factor now. Alright, so defense, health. We are looking at good. Offense, health, looking good. So we've got a full clean state of health. That's good. That's ideal. Upgrades to players. Malik Neighbors, obviously, with his new X factor. Let's go deep threat again. 81 overall, playing down to an 80 right now. Catching traffic, deep route, medium route. Yeah, now that he's an X factor, just somehow from practice, He's the star of the show. I mean, he was always the star of the show. There's never a question about that. But getting him to X Factor as a rookie, I mean, it's not even a question that this dude is. He's the key piece, and taking on the Seahawks, they have 3 guys who are the key piece at receiver. But so do we. You know, we got Malik Neighbors, Theo Johnson, and Wan'Dale Robinson. Obviously, none of them are as good. I think Neighbors can be as good as any of those guys. There's Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Neighbors is probably better than 2 of them already. Let's make it 3. Let's win Rookie of the Year. But first, let's win this damn football game. Squeaky chair. Here come the Seahawks, because they get the ball first in the first half. We get in the second. But, hey. Graham Gano's kick is away. Dwayne Eskridge is back. I guess that's D. Eskridge, but... D. Eskridge, gonna return this to the house. Are you kidding me? We're not even gonna see the Seahawks offense. D. Eskridge runs it, the kickoff, all the way back for a touchdown, and we need something special teams. What the heck was that? Alright, let's try this again. Actually, we get the ball first. What a disaster. Tyrone Tracy not going to level the playing field. Out comes Daniel Jones. He got hurt at the end of the last game. We tried out Drew Lock. We tried out Michael Pratt. I wasn't sold on either of them. Should probably trot out Drew Lock more, because Michael Pratt just isn't ready to be the backup quite yet. Daniel Jones, 919, 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I mean, he's due for a benching, and it'll come sooner rather than later, but for now, we're 2-2, and we don't want to lose to the 1-3 Seahawks. So a knee cartilage tear for Darian Beavers. He's already out. Love to see that. Great. Now, we're just going to keep running up the gut. I mean, I don't entirely love that, especially when we keep getting bumped by everyone. Tyrone Tracy, 2 carries, 4 yards. And Tyrone Tracy was sitting on the sideline, by the way, so I think he's injured too. Let's drag Malik Neighbors. I want him coming across. And clearly I shouldn't have. That was such a bad play. Why did I stare him down? Bruised sternum from Tyrone Tracy. He's done for the day. And if there's one thing we know, it's that we can't trust Devin Singletary in the role alone. So... Eric Gray. I mean, time to step up, dude. You haven't gotten playing time. You're 86 speed. You're going to be the second back. Devin Singletary's up as the primary once again. Yikes. Yikes, dude. We have been... Why did he fair catch that? We've been absolutely decimated so far. This has been an awful start. And Geno Smith and the Seahawks are coming out. Geno, 739 for 3 touchdowns and an interception. I mean, Daniel Jones has just been so much better. No. He's been playing pretty conservatively, and with a running back like Kenneth Walker, you're allowed to play conservatively. I mean, it's not even really a question. As Kenneth Walker will get the handoff, we can just run in circles around him, I guess, since no one can tackle. That was absolutely atrocious. That might have been the worst bit of football I've seen ever. Okay, well, we're adjusting. Oh, that was a screen? Isaiah Simmons. Oh my gosh, Isaiah Simmons. Tyler Newman with a huge shot on Kenneth Walker, but I was staring at the end around the whole time. Never even considered the possibility that it was a screen. Gonna be another handoff for Walker. We did okay that time. Here is the question of the day. The question of the day is, anything else you'd rather see than football? I mean, I can do other things, like baseball. Skyrim. I mean, I can do, if the game's worth looking into, I'll consider it. But, I mean, feel free to leave suggestions. I'm not doing this entirely for me. Mostly for me, but who knows? Kenneth Walker just dragged a million dudes to the end, or to the first down. We are not having a ton of fun. Jackson Smith-Njigba just waltzes into the end zone, all willy-nilly. So the Seahawks are taking a 14-0 lead. You know, I was thinking for a second there that we were road warriors. We are 2-0 on the road, 0-2 at home. No, I'm starting to think that maybe we just lucked into 2 wins early. This is not a good situation. Isaiah McKenzie back to return this one because Tyrone Tracy is out. And out comes this absolutely lethargic offense. Let's hope Devin Singletary can do something. I mean, we're not going to give it to him right off the gate. As there's a sack for Uchenna Nwosu. We rolled right into it. That was an absolute disaster of a play. I noticed we have a ton of those. And it's not good. It's not going well. Devin Singletary isn't going to be able to get anything. If we can't pass, if we can't run, what do we do? I mean, we have absolutely nothing going our way. This is Eric Gray checking in for the first time in his career as that one is intercepted. Daniel Jones, what are you doing? That wasn't even... That wasn't... I mean, come on, look, that wasn't Theo Johnson's fault. Look, he's right there. I guess he's getting hit as he throws. No, he's not. That ball's already out. Boy Amofe's not even there yet. That ball's just so off target, Theo Johnson can't look at it, and Devin Witherspoon just gets a pick. That's atrocious. That's seriously bad. And here we are, back to work, and nobody can tackle Noah Fant. What are these angles? Noah Fant's going to walk into an end zone for a touchdown. That's so bad. And it looks like it's going to be roughing the passer on Bobby Okereke. Illegal contact on Bobby Okereke. They're declining. It is 21-0 Seahawks this game. This game. I mean, we're taking Daniel Jones out at the half, and he might never get another chance to play. We might take him out sooner. How do we mess up this drive? Theo Johnson underneath. We're going to dink and dunk our way to victory, except we're not going to win because we're already down 21-0. If we do win, contract the Seahawks. Josiah Gray, nope, keep calling him that. It's Eric Gray. He's going to get the first. I mean, this dude, he doesn't seem very good either. He might be worse than Devin Singletary. I really wish we had Tyrone Tracy still. Theo Johnson picks up a block. That's it, though. 3rd and 9. What are we going to do here? How do we mess this up? And that's probably how we mess it up. 4th and 3 from the 45, down 3 scores in the first quarter. Yeah, we're so going for it. It's not even a question. Watch this. Jahan Dotson. I did not know that he'd catch that. I thought that ball was too far out in front, and I was about to lose my marbles. But instead, that worked out. Wan'Dale Robinson in motion. Play action. Get that ball. Intercepted. Really? I mean, really. What was that? They're at the 2-yard line. That looked like Russ for a second. Okay. So, hit as he threw. No. He wasn't. Got it out. Boye Mafe got there fast. Daniel Jones just did not have the arm to get that to Malik Neighbors, who had a good step. Throw that in front. And instead, Isaiah Rodgers is who that is. That's who Rodgers Sr. is going to be. Isaiah Rodgers, who I saw in the free agent market. So this dude was like a game day signing. Isaiah Rodgers just picked us off in his first game as a Seahawk. That is ridiculous. Ball's out! Oh my gosh, Dexter Lawrence couldn't even get on it. You're standing right there, dude. Oh my gosh. What am I going to do with this? With this awful, awful, awful team? Contract them. Perhaps. Alright, watch this. We're going to blitz again for the third straight play. And we're going to force him to punt. Oh, Dexter Lawrence. Big, sexy Dexy. Stuffed him. Alright, let's get a block, huh? That sounds fun. I'd like a block. Okay, we did not get the block. And we cannot block anyone. But we're at the 48, so it could be a lot worse. Daniel Jones, I think, has 3 interceptions. I had to step away for a second, but we're gonna get this one to Malik Neighbors. That was low. Love to see that. Daniel cannot throw the ball with any form of strength. Maybe he's still a little hampered from last week's injury. Probably not. He's probably just not good. Theo Johnson down the sideline. He had an opening, gets it all the way to the 4. We're on the verge of finally getting on the board. Pitch it to Devin Singletary, who is absolutely destroyed. Oh my word. We have no running game without Tyron Tracy. We just have no running game. So, 2nd and goal. We're going to hit Malik Neighbors for a touchdown. Alright, Malik Neighbors getting back involved. It's been a bit since I feel like he's made a meaningful contribution to this team, but hey, he wants to be good now. Well, we'll take it. Malik Neighbors. Daniel Jones has been so disappointing. And we get a sack, though. That's Isaiah Simmons getting in there. Alright, Isaiah. I mean, hey, if he wants to be worth that contract, he's got to be getting involved, and I'll take it. As Kenneth Walker going to bounce to the outside. We get him down. 3rd and 15. Not bad. He didn't gain much, if he gained anything at all. I didn't see what it was on 2nd and 16. Or, I say that, 2nd and 16, so probably. Okay. Okay. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 80 yards. Touchdown. That is awful. I mean, what is this defense? And the thing is, we can't even fire our defensive coordinator because Daddy Guangdong has a little, he has a little thing going with the defensive coordinator. Who cares about workplace relationships? But it's gonna break my heart when I have to tell Daddy Guangdong that if he truly loves defensive coordinator Quinn, he's got to let him go. I mean, this defense has been atrocious. So many weeks, it feels like, where we allow a ton of points. That one will not be caught by Neighbors. He can't do everything. I think I try to get him to do everything. That just is physically impossible. A better receiver, however, would do everything, as Daniel Jones just sucks. This dude is horrible. Yeah, are going to be looking for a quarterback soon, as Tariq Woolen bats that one down. Wanted Isaiah McKenzie there. I guess he was playing. Yeah, no, this is bad. We are a bad team. 3rd and 7 after the 2-minute warning. Let's try and do something here. Tyler Lockett just absolutely decimated us, but it doesn't matter because Cordell Flott gets beat by DK Metcalf. I'm not going to hold that against him. Cordell Flott has been a bright spot the past 3 weeks. No, past 2 weeks. He's been great since, you know, we benched him against Washington. So I'm not gonna get too mad at. I'm gonna get mad at Jason Pinnock for blowing that coverage there, though. That's not good. You never like to see that. We are David Long, dude. You're getting cut. You're actually getting cut after the game. I'm a man of my word. David Long, you're gone. I mean, unless he gets a pick. If he gets a pick this game, maybe I'll leave him, but Darius Moose out watches as Jackson Smith-Njigba gets his 3rd touchdown of the game. And it is only the first half. We are so cooked. Alright, Daniel, show me you're worth keeping around for the second half and beyond. Spoiler alert, you can't physically do that. Devin Singletary is gonna gain 8, but that's not a first down, so what's the point, you know? This is such a disappointing game as Daniel Jones is hit. I believe that one was Andrew Thomas. When even our best are disappointing, who can you count on? The answer is no one. We want Malik Neighbors. We won't get Malik Neighbors, so we need to punt because if we don't, they're in field goal range. Jamie Gillen gets this one away. 25 seconds. Can we stop the Seahawks offense for 25 seconds? No, is the answer. But we can try. It's not going to go well. Plays like that do help, though. And they're actually going to let it run. So they're going to get one last play off, and it's going to be a screen. David Long's horrible, dude. I'm benching him at the very least. Benching him. I'm telling him right now, dude, go to the locker room. Your day's done. Darnay Holmes wasn't even listed, by the way. Darnay Holmes was our CB6. Well, it's David Long now. Get that dude off the field. Daniel Jones, actually. Real fun story, Dan. You're benched. You're benched. You showed me absolutely nothing. You showed me exactly what I thought, which is that you're unreliable. So have fun being a backup. I mean, Drew Lock is going to get a chance here. He's going to get the whole second half. Zero ifs, ands, or buts about it. Devin Singletary gets it for a gain of 2. I just need Drew Lock to show me something, please, so I can bench Daniel Jones. He's so bad. As Eric Gray is going to get a lane that's holding, though, so it doesn't even matter. Who's it holding on? Wan'Dale Robinson. This is awful. I mean, this is actually awful. I would not recommend the Giants to anyone. Do not watch any Giants games this upcoming season. You will be in for massive disappointment as Wan'Dale Robinson breaks the tackle there. I mean, if you want an exercise in agony, that's what the Giants are. This is an absolutely atrocious team. As Drew Lock throws out of a sack. Jerome Baker. And Jamie Gillen is going to punt once again. Here comes Geno Smith to absolutely rag on us some more. How are you going to do it this time, Geno? I'm genuinely curious. Look, there's Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau up the middle. Dane Belton. Oh, my word. He had an agenda on that play. And the agenda was kill Kenneth Walker, dude. I wanted him gone. Can't say I blame him. And Kayvon Thibodeau gonna go ahead and get the sack. These are just this is just stat padding at this point. You know, we're not winning this game. We're down by 28. I'd be surprised if we can even score 28 points in the game. As, oh, Dane Belton nearly had a pick, but I went for the swat. I didn't want to risk anything. I'm sorry, Dane. That was probably your second interception of the season. If, you know, it worked, but it didn't. Gunnar Olszewski wants a lane. He's going to go for the corner. Not going to get it. Kobe Bryant's there. And Drew Lock's got field position on his side this time. So let's do something with it. Drew, please. Handoff, Devin Singletary. He's going to shake off the first guy. Not much else. To pick up a 4 at the very least. And we're going to go right back to him. I mean, Eric Gray probably had the best run. But, you know, no guarantee we get that again. Devin Singletary absolutely fighting for the first down there, and he gets it. You know, this team, I can't wait to see the offseason and see what we can get done as Jerome Baker swats that one away. I just want to get rid of Daniel Jones, and I know that there's an out after the second year in real life. There is an out after the second year. Wan'Dale Robinson, you got to catch that, dude. I don't think there's an out in this game, which is dumb. So I might just have to trade Daniel Jones outright to some sad team that's willing to take his $100 million left on the contract. And if no one's willing to take the contract, then we will just cut him and take the dead cap. It won't be pretty, but we'll do it. Theo Johnson's going to work his way up the field, and that was 4th and inches, by the way. Didn't even realize that. As, you know, I'm kind of just in the zone right now. Drew Lock he's been great, and Devin Singletary's going to run in for a touchdown. Drew Lock's a game manager. You know, he needs a top running back if he wants to win. We don't have a top running back. You know, we have Devin Singletary, who's a backup. We have Eric Gray, who's a backup. He's going to get Tyrone Tracy. Are we calling Tyrone Tracy an upper echelon running back? The answer is no. He's not that good. But, you know, maybe, who knows? Dane Belton just being a stinky little man as Brian Burns gets another sack. So he wants to stay in the top 3 for sacks this season, and I can't say I blame him. I've got high hopes for Brian Burns, but where's Kayvon Thibodeau through all that? He actually had a sack earlier in the game. Where's Dexter Lawrence in all this? The dude doesn't have any sacks anymore. Or at all this season, I think. We're actually going to run weak side. That was a mistake. That was 110% a mistake. I thought Andrew Thomas would, I don't know, do something. And he did a whole lot of not something. He did nothing, in fact. That was just... And that one's intercepted by Tyrell Dodson. Absolute joy. I mean... Did that say 5 turnovers? Is that 5 picks for the Giants today? Yeah, that's... Okay, there's DK Metcalf. He's going to score a touchdown. Let's try and not allow 50. Can that be our game day goal? Is not allow 50 touchdowns or 50 points? Yeah, 50 touchdowns is actually a pretty good goal as well. You know, I'm scared to know just how bad we are. We're bad. 2nd and 23. We're going to let the third quarter run out. This has been a disaster of a game. 42-14 at the end of the third. I mean, Daniel Jones was awful. Drew Lock was awful. I think I'm going to let Daniel Jones cook, though, in the future. Because I think 30-30 is a realistic goal. I think 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Daniel Jones can be the second quarterback to ever achieve those numbers. Will he even get 30 touchdowns? Good question. Good point. But, oh my gosh, Jahan Dotson just got all those yards back. Let's try to be a little more aggressive with Drew Lock this quarter. You know, if it works, then, you know, it works, but it didn't work. Come on, Wandale, you suck. It's like all we have is our tight ends and Malik Neighbors. It's awful. Malik Neighbors, speak of the devil, he gets the ball. Good pass, surprisingly, by Drew Lock. And there we go. We're going to get Jahan Dotson underneath. He gets lifted up and carried to the first down. Hey, you know, if Drew Lock wants to put on a performance, he wants to be the 30-30 quarterback, I'll take it. As Eric Gray bobbing and weaving, he's going to pick up 9 on the screen. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. 1st and 10 now. We want Malik Neighbors. We got Malik Neighbors. Drew Lock has been dealing. To the point where I'm inclined to believe... Let's go Wandale. Just fall forward, get 4. It's not bad at all. Play action. Not really seeing much. We get Jakob Johnson, though, 1st and goal at the 1-yard line, and Drew Lock is very much so in pain. That is devastating. And guess who's checking back in? It's Daddy Dumb. Oh my gosh. Devin Singletary leaping in for a touchdown. Hey! ACL sprain. Drew Lock is done. Okay. Godot's kick is no good, so we don't even get it. Cut the lead to half. I mean, double. It would have been double our points, but instead... Wow, that one went far. And they're at the 30 now. So, yeah. What is there to say about this game? 42-20. We've been not great. And the Seahawks have been dominant. I mean, this is what I expected from the Giants, I'm not going to lie. Oh my word. And Kenneth Walker is going to go ahead and get a massive game, 30 rushes for 53 yards. It's just not fair at this point. Can we just end this game, please? Alright, 2-minute warning. You guys probably saw the end of that play. Brian Burns got another sack. I mean, Brian Burns is a good player. The rest of the team, you know, Tyron Tracy was good too, but don't get too excited, Dan. You're not the guy. Yikes. Daniel Bellinger, that's going to be a touchdown. I didn't comment on it because, you know, who cares? But Daniel Jones showing off the lack of arm there, but I mean, I don't know. You did something. Why'd you run back, Jahan? I mean, this is why you were cut from 2 NFC West or NFC East teams already. Or you were traded from one NFC East team. You're cut from the other one, and you know we've got you. The NFL's called not for long, buddy. We'll send you on your merry way if you don't start shaping up. And that will do it here in Seattle. 42-26. I mean, yikes. Seriously, I mean, what else is there to say but yikes? This has been atrocious. We've benched Daniel Jones 2 games in a row. You know, I would bench him next week, but Drew Lock's hurt. And Drew Lock being hurt means we're not going to start Michael Pratt. Player stats. We're just going to go ahead and jump into those. Drew Lock. Let's start with Drew Lock. 11 for 16, 105 and an interception. It doesn't look impressive, but it was better than Daniel Jones. 12 for 21, 188, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, he's really insistent on keeping the touchdown and interception number the exact same. Devin Singletary just showed that we need Tyron Tracy back. 8 for 19, 2 touchdowns, 2 for 4 from Tyron Tracy, but he didn't even get a chance to get going. 1 for 11 from Daniel Jones. Okay, 6 for 85 from Theo Johnson, 4 for 78 from Jahan Johnson, 5 for 59 from Malik Neighbors with the touchdown, 1 for 29 with the touchdown from Daniel Bellinger, 2 for 14 Eric Gray, 2 for 12 Wan'Dale Robinson, 2 for 10 Devin Singletary, 1 for 6 Jakob Johnson. I mean, that was surprising. 2 sacks allowed by Andrew Thomas. If we can't rely on him, we can't rely on anyone. But Uchenna Nwosu's not an easy opponent. 2 sacks for Brian Burns, 1 for Isaiah Simmons and Kayvon Thibodeau. And we did not get an interception. A rough game. What is there to say, but it's a rough game. I don't know how the IR works in Madden. In real life, it's like 4 or 5 weeks. But, you know, he'll return when he see, we're already on week 5. And we can't even get Elijah Riley back. Well, we can. Alright, we got Elijah Riley back. Darian Beavers going out wasn't ideal. Elijah Riley might be activated and immediately cut because Darian Beavers going out means we have a chance for another signing. Who are we going to sign? It's probably going to be a defender. I mean, John Jenkins is an interesting one. Alright, we're picking up former second rounder, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he was a second rounder in the 2023 draft. Fedarian Mathis by Washington. I mean, he might be better than Raheem Nunez-Roches. We're going to cut a player. It's going to be Elijah Riley, who we just activated. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Your time was short-lived. Goodbye. A defensive lineman breakout. The first mock draft. We'll go ahead and look at that first mock draft before the video ends. We'll look at it again at the start of next one, but Fedarian Mathis slots into the lineup over Raheem Nunez-Roches. It's a decent addition. I'm curious to see if we'll actually keep him back. Big addition, Darius Slayton's back. It's good to have him, at least somewhat. We moved Wan'Dale Robinson back down to wide receiver 4. Just, it wasn't really clicking for me. You know, I think Wan'Dale Robinson might not ever be a starting wide receiver for us. He might be wide receiver 4. That's the role he's in now. I think he's a pretty good one at that. But for me, I'm thinking Malik Neighbors is going to get some chances in the slot. Mock draft 1, where do we line up at 2 and 3? We currently are scheduled to pick at 8. Mason Bowden. I mean, he'd be an interesting quarterback. He'd be the third quarterback off the board. They're currently projecting that Parker Hand and Barry Owens would be off the board by the time we pick, which is unfortunate, but that means we get our choice of, I believe, three or four other quarterbacks. Three others. You know, we can look at Carl Love, Mason Bowden, and Callum Moore, who all of these guys are up to 40% now, by the way. Parker Hand is still at 20, but realistically, we're probably not going to be in position to get him. We're probably going to be looking at either the second or third quarterback in the class. And if they think Mason Bowden's the guy, I'm not entirely going to disagree. But anything further will be in episode 4. I know, we're getting a little crazy, episode 3. Now we're talking episode 4, but that'll do it for now. Yeah. Again, I don't know how to do outros, so I'll just make a weird shrieking noise, I suppose.